All right, in this video this morning, I am going to show you how to design a tumbler wrap in Word. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to start with a new document, and I'm going to go to Layouts first, and then I'm going to change my margins and make sure they're set to 0. You have to do that in customizing. My orientation, I'm going to change it to landscape. And the size, I'm going to leave that at 8.5 by 11 because that's a perfect size for a 20-ounce tumbler. You have a little bit of extra, but you use pretty much the whole sheet of paper. So now what I'm going to do is I have a Creative Fabrica account, and so that saves my downloads, anything that I've downloaded. And as you can see on the far right here, it's got the license for it so that you know that you can use this and you can sell these. So I'm going to download this. I know I've got it here somewhere, but it's just easier to find. It's Don't Make Me Go Beth Dutton on You. And then I also am going to download this tooled leather background, and I maybe we'll come back here and do another one too. But for right now, I'm going to show you how to layer these to make an individual tumbler, make it your own. So I'm going to go down here and look at a couple more that I have. I suppose that'll do it for now. So now I'm going to open these up, the tooled leather, and I'm going to save that in my downloads. It just makes it easier to find. So save as, it's fine, I'll just call it that. In my downloads, notice I'm saving it in downloads. Just makes it easier for me to find it, and then I can delete it. It's already there, but I'm going to replace it so it's at the top. Then I'm going to go to the next one here, and I will also put a link for Creative Fabrica memberships because right now they're running a great sale. So here is the PNG for Don't Make Me Go Beth Dutton on You. And as you can see, it shows up looking like this, but it's actually, that's because it's a clear image. It's black letters and it's a clear image. So I am going to save that in my downloads, and I'm sure that's there too somewhere, but I'm going to replace it so it's at the top so it's easier for me to find it. All right, so now we're going to go back to our Word document here. Right here, this one we're working on. And this is where we're going to insert our picture, and we're going to take it from this device. And it's in downloads, so I'm going to go to downloads, and as you can see, there's the tooled leather. And let's see, over here up on the upper right, you can see that it's at 10.5, or I'm sorry, 8.5 by 10.52. But you can also see that there's some white background there. So you're going to have, it's going to actually, the image is going to be a little smaller than this. So I'm thinking I might, so 10.5, I would say that's 1 inch of white, so 9.5. I'm going to leave it at this. Maybe go up a scooch up top. But in order to do that, the first thing I want to do is I want to wrap through the image. You can see it up here, but also right here, this little icon. You want to layout options, and you want to wrap and then through. That's very important because you can't layer and you can't move your image where you want it unless you do this wrap through. So now I'm able to make this a little bit over a scooch, but I'm actually going to leave it there. But as you can see now, I can move this more. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger on this side, just so that when I put it on the tumbler, you're getting that full coverage right here. Now I'm going to go get my next image. So this is where it gets great. So now you insert another picture. This makes it your own. So when you're picking a background or something, this kind of makes it your own. Now again, you're going to go to this wrap through. You want the wrap through, and see how that brought that forward? And now I can take my edges here and I can make it smaller, and then I can put that right where I want it. And because it's a PNG, they're transparent so that you can see the background. So that looks pretty good to me. So that a lot of times I'll go back and I'll put another color of leather behind this. I'm not going to do that in this video just because I just wanted to show you how to layer and make things your own. I'm going to make this a little smaller, and then center it again. So now you're going to go up to File. Well, let's get this back on here. Go up to, also something else I'll show you here, like this. If you highlight this, you can go to picture format, and this is where you're going to find your sizes. But right now, this is just the size of Don't Make Me Go Beth Dutton on You. That's this size. It is not the whole tumbler. So what you're going to click on is this, the outside, to give you this measurement up here for the tumbler. But like I said, you're going to want it a little bit bigger because there's white on the outside, and that'll pull it together on the back of your tumbler. So now I'm going to go back to this one, and I just want to show you in picture format here. If you go over to color, you can change the color of your letters on there. I'm not going to do that on this one, but I just want to show you that you can do that. So you can also go to more variations here, and you can pick any color that you want from the spectrum, any color whatsoever. I mean, you can make your own even. You can go in there, I'll go to color, and you can go to this more variations, and you can go down here, more colors. That gives you the whole spectrum. So, but I'm going to leave it black for this one. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to change it to black. All right, let's see. Go back to this one maybe. There you go. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to save my image. So you're going to go File, Save As, and I usually will just save them in my downloads until I want to put them somewhere where I'm going to remember them. So I'm going to rename this. I'll name it Beth Dutton. I'll just do Beth D. Wrap. And then, so save this, and I'm going to save it in my downloads again, just because it's easier to find for you guys to see it. But a trick here too is if you have a Gmail account, you want to start saving them on your Google Drive, because then you've got them permanently. You're not going to lose them. After you design something, you can go and just quickly retrieve it by putting Beth in there, and then it'll pop up on your Google Drive. So I put everything in my Google Drive. I have a separate email account for my crafting, and I put all my images in there, because then it makes it so much easier. So just upload it to your account, or you can email it to yourself and download it from there, whatever you feel comfortable with. So now we're going to go to the printer settings. We're ready to print. So now you go to File and Print, and I have numerous printers on here, but it popped up as the one that I want to use. Now you're going to go into Printer Properties, and in Printer Properties, you're going to want to make sure that your size is correct, 8.5 by 11, landscape. Here is one that you're going to want to make sure, paper type. Now, I use ASUB 125 or STV 125, but that isn't an option. So you're going to want to change your paper, because it'll usually come up as plain paper, bright white. You want to change that to Premium Presentation Paper Matte. And this one also, you want it on high quality. It will be on standard usually on your printer settings. Then you're going to go into, once you've got that set, you're going to go into more options. And I like to go into image options and make sure you go into this one and emphasize more. And then I click emphasize thin lines. Then click OK. This is where it's really important. Usually high speed is going to be on, mirror is going to be off when you get in here. You want to take high speed off. You want this to print slow and steady so you don't get those pinwheel marks that everyone talks about. And always mirror your image. Now, if I don't have words in here, I wouldn't have to mirror the image. But because you want to get used to mirroring every image that you do sublimation, you want to always mirror your image. So now that the settings are set up, click OK. And then all you would do is hit print. And then this would print, and it would be in mirror format so that you can go right in there, put it on your tumbler, and get it together. I will show you that in another video. I'm not going to do that today. So have a great day.